Everyone, I want to speak boldly and frankly and clearly for a moment. Why I don't come speaking many things? If you've heard and known the wisdom of God that has been given to me, then you would understand. If you have experienced what I have experienced throughout my life in these months, you would understand. Many think they know, but they've only received a little, and then they go the rest of the way on their own carnal understanding. When truth was revealed to me, you understand just how much you don't know, how much wrong you've held, your carnal mind. I can't even put into words what I have experienced, but I know that in the Father's timing, all these things will come out of me. I didn't want to offend before I knew and understood things clearly. And I have never boasted of myself. All that I have is of the Father, is given to me. I don't go watching other people's videos. I will confirm if I do watch when they speak right. But there's some things that I don't understand. So if I don't understand yet fully, I won't speak against it. Just because I have not been led or given understanding of a thing, I won't speak against it. But there's some who have spoke against my words just because they don't understand. That don't mean others don't hear what I say. I'm not here to teach. I'm here to give my account. And to help another's faith. This world has destroyed the faith that was first given. They don't believe in God. They believe man, what man has said of God. And what man has said of God is foolishness. It is carnal. And there's many still teaching these things carnally. None of us is here to teach it. Not to my knowledge, at least I'm not. We're here to give our accounts. We're here to speak and proclaim the testimony that was once spoken, that was once given to the blessed. It is only the blessed who will receive it. And you can only receive it by faith. Not faith in what man has said, but the faith that was delivered to us. What the Father has revealed to me is more than my mind can attain. I know it's for His purpose. As the Spirit reveals, all the things make sense and is understood in me. But it was an overflowing. And if you haven't experienced this, you can't even imagine what I am saying. Many have suffered through my suffering for His word. I have neglected everything. My children one of them is like a skeleton. He's losing his mind. Because I wasn't there, I knew that I needed to understand fully before I could help him. But I know my Father will bring him through and all my children through. Because that would be my reward. My Father would not let me suffer, and those around me suffer, for His glory. He will not lose my children either. And I know that, and I've always known that. See, it's not for me that I receive these things. It's only that I can give it to them before I leave, and to all who will hear before I am out of this world. I've never sought for myself. I sought that I can give the truth to others. And I'm not the one boasting. The one boasting is that who comes and corrects something I've said, or adds into and confuses my comments or my videos. Boasting, thinking that they're teachers and instructors. The hardest thing is for me to accept myself and what the Spirit has shown me. That's why another reason it's hard for me to speak, because I am humbled by the Word. Throughout my life, the Spirit has shown me that I have work to do, that I belong to Him. And I've denied it and denied it just because I couldn't accept myself. Now I know it's nothing of myself. It is for His will and purpose that I have received what I have. And yes, these months, the understanding given. You know, why do you think they walked with Christ? They learned to learn. And it wasn't just in a couple days. He had to teach them. And they wasn't going out preaching before they was ready, before they learned. So many times I've wanted to speak, but I couldn't. Not until I fully understood. That's the problem. People receive a little, but it's mixed with the carnal. And then they speak it out of their mouth and they preach it and proclaim it as it is true, and it is not true. And a certain one, I have seen a certain one comment and reply to children out there, to God's children out there who have come to know Him in faith and are learning of Him. And I've heard specifically one certain who tears down their faith. I have watched videos, and you know, I'm lifted up in joy for these brethren who are learning of the Father through their faith. And then I see this one leaving comments, tearing them down. This is not of God. This is not of our Father to do so. You don't want me to come point out every time I hear an error. Believe it. I am only here to help the faith. That's what my whole life has been about. That I would stand and be able to help the others who will follow. And I'm not boasting in myself, because there's nothing good in my flesh but the faith that I hold, that I receive. Those who are of the faith, those who are the children of God, who have that seed of faith, their only desire is to proclaim the Word. They're not teaching many things. They're proclaiming the Word. It is the Spirit within each of us that will understand the Word when it's heard. The children of God do not need a man to tell them what the doctrine, what the Scriptures say. They will understand it in themselves. And I see teachers teaching, telling them what the Scripture says. Well, only the Spirit can show you what the Scripture says. It is to put on the mind and heart of Christ, of the Father, and to speak the Father's words. Become the vessels of the Father. Because what I hear on YouTube, there's few who've known, and I've seen some who have received some revelation, some understanding, but they go on their own. And they boast as if they are something set aside. The only thing I was set aside for was my faith, that I would be a vessel. I've known it my whole life. I didn't just have this revelation, this understanding, or this thought a year or two ago. I've waited my whole life for this. And I will let the Father continue to finish, because His work and goodwill will be done through me. And when it's talking about the Word, why do you think that the written letter, why do you think that we was warned of the scribes and the Pharisees? It's the same today, the scribes and the Pharisees. The carnal letter, the teachings of it. There's a whole other spirit understanding behind the letter. And some claim they understand that, but they're still teaching the letter. They're still teaching the letter, and I'm not ready to, I will give my testimony. And it is only to increase and help the faith of those who will turn to the Father. Proclaiming the gospel and teaching doctrine is two totally different things. I'm here to proclaim the gospel. And the seed that was given, that seed of faith, they will hear the word. They will hear the gospel. Only they will hear the gospel. The carnal man cannot hear it, and it can't be read in the letters of man. That word was before the letter was. I know the corruption in the word. Who don't know the depths of Satan as they speak, I know the depths of it. I know the depths of the carnal mind, the carnal man, the carnal letter. I have been purged from all of these things, making me ready so that I can come to understand fully the things of the Spirit. You say I haven't taught anything? I increased their faith, those who will watch my videos. Those and who have watched my videos and have been confirmed, and that's my job. My job is to return the faith, to help the faith that was once delivered to the blessed. Because all will be dissolved one day. There won't be no more carnal letter. There won't be no more, the carnal will be dissolved. Only those who will take hold of the Spirit and learn of the Spirit, they will continue. And none of the carnal understandings or teachings and all these things they speak, none of them will come to pass. For they have an end. It is only the faith that continues. Much love to you all. May Father bless those who desire blessings.